to another episode of Parentology. I'm Cho, your host. Before we move on ahead, let's take a look at what we talked about last week. Pack your hospital bag and your diaper bag at least a month ahead of your due date. You do not necessarily need to have those big maternity pads. The maxi pads that you can get from any store around would work too. Make sure she has tops that would allow her to easily breastfeed. Do not take slippers with straps or buckles on them. Trust me, you want to have a pair of slippers that will easily be put. Make sure you take caps of different sizes because you don't know how big your baby's head will be. Refrain yourself from buying scented napkins because it could irritate the baby's skin. If you have missed our previous episodes, you can watch them all on YouTube under the channel name BBS Channel 2. Being a mother hits you before you even give birth. All the excitement and anxiety prepares you for the biggest moment of your life. It is pretty easy to get caught up in all this and sometimes overdo it. Before, it was looked at as taboo to prep for the baby. Therefore, the new parents will only buy things for the baby on the day or a day before the birth. But now, things have changed. Ours is a generation that likes to be prepared. We have picked out the cot, the clothes, the car seat, and even the name before the baby is even born. And I don't see anything bad in it. In fact, knowing how crazy it can get during delivery time, I think you're wise to prepare for your baby a month or two ahead. And for some, even before that. The TV, the internet, and the people around you will tell you all that you need and more when you're expecting. You might even get confused and stressed as to what you need to welcome your baby on the planet. I am personally guilty of overdoing it, and I know quite a lot of mothers out there who are in the same boat as I. Therefore, today, to relieve you of all the confusion, we have a list of items you need not have for your newborn. Number 1, cot. A cot or a crib is a bed for the baby. Now, a lot of you would disagree with me, but hear me out. Bhutanese are naturally and traditionally accustomed to co-sleeping with our babies. Not only for that, it's actually easier on the mother to co-sleep. That way, she can breastfeed her baby whenever the baby needs without having to get out of the bed. Cots and cribs just occupy space, and when the baby crawls and walks, you will need all the space possible. Number 2, prams or strollers. Here is another item that is loved by a lot of parents, but I think it is not worth spending on because unlike the Western countries, our roads and paths are very bumpy and rough. So trying to walk with a stroller or a pram is going to be exhausting because you will have to pick the whole thing up every now and then. It defeats the purpose of making your life easy. And to be honest, it's expensive to buy these strollers here. A generic, no-brand stroller will cost you anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000. And trust me, you won't use it as much. Number 3, baby powder. Baby powder is one of the products you should completely do away with. In addition to drying your baby's skin, your baby can inhale the talcum powder, which can irritate the baby's lungs. Number 4, baby hair oil. This is just a personal preference again. There are some who like to have their babies neat hairdo, and for them, hair oil is a must. But babies with messy hair are the cutest. If you're looking for ways to cut costs, hair oil and baby powder is something you don't really need. Number 5, toys. For the first few weeks, the baby only sees black and white. So it's advisable to get maybe 1 or 2 black and white colored toys. But to be honest, babies, when they're just few months old, they don't need a lot of toys, if at all. Instead of toys, it's encouraged you spend time playing with your baby, massaging them, talking to them. Toys are only useful after they can sit up and crawl, and even then, I recommend you sticking to few toys that stimulate your child's senses. As they grow, you will discover that they are interested in everything around them. So you don't really need to buy toys. Number 6, pacifiers. Also known as pinkies or dummies, pacifiers are the most overrated baby products. Doctors don't recommend it because it gets your child into a bad habit of having something in his mouth constantly, which would mess up with the alignment of their teeth. Also, because it requires a lot of suckling action, which makes your baby gassy. Number 7, bottles and bottle sterilizers. As soon as I hit my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, I bought a set of feeding bottles and a bottle sterilizer. I forgot that if I was going to breastfeed, I didn't really need a bottle. Now, it wouldn't hurt to have 1 feeding bottle or 2 just in case you need, but you don't really need dozens of it. Oh, and when you buy bottles, do not buy cheap plastic bottles. Make sure your bottle is BPA free or made of glass. And to sterilize your bottle, you could boil your bottles in a regular pot. So you could also do away with the sterilizer. Number 8, baby shoes. This is one of the most useless expenditures. I remember spending some good amount of money on newborn shoes. And my baby was born big, so some of them didn't even fit her. And the others that did fit her, she barely used them. So rather than spending on newborn shoes, buy some baby socks. Once your baby starts to crawl and walk, then you might want to start buying them shoes. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your money. Number 9, bibs. As a new mom, I didn't know when the baby would start drooling. They start drooling when they start teething, which could begin any time after the 1st month. So a newborn baby does not need a bib. Bibs will be needed after a month or 2, and make sure you buy soft cotton bibs. 10. Newborn clothes. We love wrapping our babies in layers. Therefore, it is not very wise to spend a lot on newborn outfits. I had to give away so many newborn outfits that my daughter outgrew in just days. Your babies grow so fast, so you can actually get away with very few cute outfits for your newborn. And to be honest, your baby is going to be wrapped in thick blankets anytime you step out of the house. So there is no use spending a lot on expensive newborn outfits. When you are shopping for your newborn, always remember to buy clothes that fit 3 months plus babies. I found buying lots of clothes for newborn was the biggest mistake I made. And before we move on to our next topic, here is a tip for all you new parents. We have access to really good clothes at very cheap prices in all the DACA sales. Here. They won't cost you a fortune for something your child will wear for only a few times. Just make sure you buy cotton clothes and cut out tags that would irritate your baby's skin. Now that we've covered the list of things you really don't need for your baby, here are a list of things you definitely need. 1. Cotton nappies. When it comes to our babies, the must required item is cotton nappies, commonly known as ade, baktang, or thangna. These multi-purpose cloths can be used as diapers, swaddles, burp cloths, cover-ups, and wraps. Cheap and easily washable, this is something you cannot do without. Even if you use ready-made diapers, nappies are something you want to have in your closet. So make sure you have enough of those. Number 2, wet wipes and cotton balls. Your life will be a lot harder if you didn't have wet wipes or cotton balls to wipe your baby's soiled tushies. You want to have these handy so it's easier for you to clean up your baby after he goes number 1 and 2. If you opt to buy wet wipes, make sure it is not scented because while it smells good, it could easily irritate your baby's skin. So please go for fragrance-free and alcohol-free wipes. Number 3, baby carrier. There are so many cute baby carriers out there, but my favorite has to be the traditional kapne. I don't know why, but it is very reassuring to carry my baby in it. But if you are a stylish parent, there are so many choices out there. Just make sure you do your research and buy a carrier that doesn't hurt your baby and impact his body posture. Also, you want to buy something that guarantees safety of all things. Number 4, baby seat or baby chair. One of my favorite purchases made as a new mom was the baby seat. The seat is a good way to give your hands and laps a break from holding your baby all the time. Now, yes, for you to be able to put your baby in a baby seat, he has to be able to hold his head upright. So please do not put a newborn in a baby seat. Baby seats are great when you are training them to sit upright and also when you are feeding them. Bhutanese moms are the bomb. Historically, we have had the ability to hold a baby and feed them while we're eating ourselves. But thanks to baby seats now, you don't have to do that. In fact, having a seat will also train your baby to be seated for meals. Number 5, baby soap. You don't need to have a separate baby shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. A good mild soap can wash their hair and the body without cutting a big hole in your pocket. Make sure the soap is tear-free. Otherwise, bath time will be very stressful as your child will wail for help when the soap gets in her eyes. Number 6, humidifier. One of the most important benefits of having a humidifier in the baby's room is the protection it provides against dry air. This is especially true in the winter months when indoor air tends to become dry from your heating system, robbing the natural moisture in it. A humidifier adds much needed moisture to the air and creates optimal breathing conditions for you and your child, allowing your baby to sleep comfortably and loosen the build-up of mucus. Since a humidifier adds moisture into dry air, it also helps relieve your baby of irritated, dry skin. Baby skin is sensitive to dry climates and can result in red patches and tender, chapped lips. Number 7, car seats. Probably one of the most expensive things you will buy for your baby, but I found it to be the most useful thing, especially for a single parent out there who has to drive alone with the baby. The important thing is you have to use the car seat at the earliest, because if you introduce the car seat when your baby is a toddler, or if you are inconsistent with the use of the car seat, she will take time to get used to being strapped put in one place in the car, which means she will put up a fight and cry. In countries like USA, you are not allowed to take your newborn baby from the hospital to your home unless you have installed a baby car seat in your car. And children under the age of 13 are not allowed to sit in the front seat of the car. They are to ride properly buckled in the back seat on every trip. Situation has been a little different in this country. Bhutanese babies usually travel on the laps of their mothers while their dads drive. As they grow, they find the liberty to move around just about anywhere in the car, which is actually really dangerous. But now, with women growing more and more independent and driving more than ever, we do not have the luxury of holding our babies in our arms every time we travel with them. There are times we have to drive alone with the baby, and the safest way to do that is with a car seat. And even when there are others in the car who could hold your baby, the car seat is the best way to travel. This is why I believe car seat is a must-have for your baby. 8. Petroleum jelly. One of the best products for your child is petroleum jelly. Best for dry skin and with no fragrance, products like Aquaphor and Baby Vaseline will help with your baby's dry skin. You do not need to spend money for your baby's face cream or lotion. This jelly is fit both for face and body and even rashes too. Number 9, baby oil. Babies love massages and it is good for them. Touching your baby reassures them and helps them realize their own body. So instead of baby lotion, buy baby massage oil or mustard oil, olive oil, or coconut oil to give them a good massage every week. Remember to use pure and virgin oil that is free of scent again. Number 10, breast pump. Breast pumps help you draw excess milk out of your breast, but it is also quite useful to stimulate the breast during the first few days to produce milk for your newborn. So it is definitely something you will want to buy ahead and bring to the hospital too. Number 11, ready-made diapers. Last but not the least, diapers make the list of must-haves for your baby. While cloth nappies do the job, these diapers are great especially at night. New parents have a lot of laundry every day, and it is mostly those nappies. Ready-made diapers lessen the load of washing you will have to do daily. These are the bare necessities for babies. Now there are also products that lie in between bare necessities and absolutely not needed items. And here are those products. Number 1, breast pads. Breast pads keep your milk leakage from making your tops wet. I know some women use cloth nappies, but breast pads are very efficient in the sense it isn't bulky and serves the purpose well. But it is definitely something that you will not use for more than a month or 2 at max. So to be honest, you won't need more than just a box or 2 of breast pads. Therefore, if you want to buy those, do not buy a bulk of them. Number 2, nursing pillow. A breastfeeding pillow or a nursing pillow is a pillow specially designed for the breastfeeding mother. Breastfeeding pillow comes in a variety of styles and designs and are made to help you support your baby in the proper position for breastfeeding. Now, yes, it's convenient to have a nursing pillow, but you don't need to spend money on those. In fact, you could use any ordinary pillow to prop your baby to breastfeed. Number 3, waist strap. Bhutanese believe that we need to tie up our waist areas after we give birth. And you don't need those elastic waistbands in the market for that. I had one, and it was the most uncomfortable thing around my waist. You could use your baby's kapne or even a softer kera to do that. But in all honesty, I still find it hard to believe that tying yourself up like that will bring you back in shape. On that note, I will take leave. For suggestions and feedback, please email me at choni@bbs.bt or Instagram me at chosuk or leave me a message on YouTube under the channel BBS Channel 2. Up until then, support each other and be positive.